Hey, what's up, my construction entrepreneurs? Tyrone Jones here. I'm at a house in Downey where we're doing some work here. I'll pop up some pictures there. Just meeting the owner, doing some paint. Um, I know my followers out there screaming like, "What the bleep you doing at a residential house? You don't even like residential." Well, I've been doing a lot of residential lately. One job, this painting job, I'm gonna be posting a video of soon. That one is sort of nightmarish. We'll see. I'll talk about that one later. But this one's going pretty good. It was a water damage, and that's why I'm doing so many residentials, because I'm connected with another company that does mitigation, and they're giving me a lot of this work here. So I take most of it, and because in the end, the more I take of this stuff, the more commercial stuff I get, like the Downey High School stuff, Compton Adult School that I'm doing. So I get more Bryan Elementary School, where I did some painting. So, I get those jobs. So I'm trying to take a little bit of the bad to get majority of the good. So, but anyway, hey, on this video, I wanted to talk to you about. I just joined a new partnership. This partnership is a B license. Later we'll be adding on additional classifications, but right now it's just a B license. And I'm starting to do the accounting portion of it. I brought on QuickBooks. There's, I think, FreshBooks, Zero, a few other accounting softwares. But for the most part, I mainly use QuickBooks. I don't have a plug here for QuickBooks. I don't have any affiliate marketing for QuickBooks, but I should. But anyway, I do QuickBooks, and I'm setting up QuickBooks for this company right now. And I want to talk about that. So having some type of accounting software in the beginning is a must. You need to have it. You can do easier invoicing, tracking money, tracking bank accounts, W-2s when you need to file for taxes. Everything needs to be on there. Even if you're not all the way legit, you need to be on there. Okay. One of the bigger things that I use QuickBooks for is the automated payroll. Until we get up to a level where we're doing a high amount of sales and we need to hire someone on, then I bring on other solutions. I might bring on a third party, or I may hire a person to run several different partnerships that I'm involved in. Okay, I may add that to their task, or I may just bring on a third party company. Not sure, but that may happen. But having the automated payroll option is the best way to go. Okay, trying to figure out what percentages for FICA and unemployment insurance go where, what. Nah. So there's a few things you have to do I'm actually waiting on the homeowner. There's a few things you actually have to do to make sure you get signed up. You have to file with the EDD to get you a state employment number. You need to have workers' comp. Okay, that's a big thing. You must have workers' comp. And when you get all this set up, it's just going to be a breeze. Once you put in the hours, and I also have a service here where I can help some individuals out there, help them set up their QuickBooks, teach you how to operate it, and then you'll be off to the races yourself. As long as you're not doing a high volume of work where you don't, where you have the time versus not having the time to do this. You can always hire someone to take over your books. Remember that. You can always start it, hire someone, and then when you get too busy, or that person doesn't fit your whatever level of business you're at, you can always go out to third party or hire in-house. Okay, but you need to have some type of accounting software. You need to practice it early on. You need to learn QuickBooks and get it within your system. And it doesn't have to be QuickBooks. When I talk about QuickBooks, I talk about kind of like talking about diapers, right? Or Pampers, I'm just talking about an accounting software. Okay, you got to figure out what fits you and what fits your industry, and what's easier for you to learn. That way you can put the time that it needs to be put in for that system. Don't just go off of what's hot on the market. Investigate a little bit. Figure out what's best for you to learning, stages in that, and ease of use. Everything, you gotta look at that, because when it becomes difficult, or you feel that it's difficult or challenging, you're gonna tend to want to go on there less and input the information that you need to have on there. So you don't want to do that. Okay. So remember, just keep that in mind, because that accounting portion of it affects your business all the way. And the more you put that off, the more you're gonna find yourself in trouble or preventing you for growth. Because I talked about in videos before where I didn't do accounting, and then as I got to a level where I was hitting some success, all that stuff came back to bite me in the tail. And I had to pay a lot of money to clear this stuff up. So get on it early. Jump on it, stay on it. If you're not able to do it, at least learn the overview of it and hand it off to someone else. Okay. And you can have someone, an accounting person of that software, literally you can give them access to handle what they need to handle in there for you to keep you in the black. Okay. But I'm putting together this QuickBooks. I just signed up for our EDD number. So now, once I input that information, we'll be ready to rock and roll. We already have started already cutting checks. Now with payroll, right? Say I've already been cutting payroll checks for the last 2 weeks. So if I don't have QuickBooks set up, how am I cutting payroll? So there's a link or a web page called Paycheck City, I believe it is. So I run it through Paycheck City real quick, and it allows me to print out pay stubs. And then there's also a little note section that you would enter in their pay rate, because it doesn't show their pay rate for some reason. You enter their pay rate so it can show up on those pay stubs, because you can be able to, you'll be able to print out pay stubs as well from I think it's called Paycheck City. You can sign up on that thing too, but I just use the free version until I get QuickBooks all the way set up, or any accounting. I mean, I help different students do this too as well. So I use Paycheck Cities as a temporary service until I can fully get QuickBooks set up and going, sign all the paperwork, and then we'll start using QuickBooks and drops Paycheck City. So usually I run about 2 to 4 payrolls from there. And then once we get the accounting software up, then I go back into that accounting software and enter in the information that I enter in on Paycheck Cities. So it's documented, and the year-to-dates totals are inputted in there, and all that counts toward their year-end totals. So, but having accounting software is key. You need to have it. If you haven't challenged with it, you can always, go on Craigslist and find someone that's an expert into it, take an online class into it, and that's one of the things that as construction entrepreneurs, we don't do enough of, is sitting down and putting time into these things outside of the hands-on stuff that we do, out in the field, jobs, this accounting stuff, this office back-end stuff. We need to put more time toward that, more effort in toward that, and you'll definitely see an increase in revenue. You will. So that's about it. That's what I want to give you there is get some type of accounting software, get that going, get it moving. And remember, you don't have to know everything about it. Okay. You can hire us to help set you up and get you going. And then after that is just a few little functions that you need to know about. And you can literally hire someone to do it, or you can do it yourself. The tedious part comes in when you got to enter in, all the information that may have built up from the purchases on your account. A lot of times QuickBooks will learn where those purchases need to go. They'll know, hey, gas going to this chart of accounts, and this goes into this chart of accounts. And all you do is have to say yes or no. and put it there. So and then when you wait so long, that becomes a little tedious, but you can actually hire somebody for that. Remember that. Don't bog yourself down with a lot of this if you don't have the energy or the time or the expertise for it. It still needs to happen, but that doesn't mean you have to do it. So I'm gonna let you go with that, my construction entrepreneurs. Remember, hustle hard, then hustle harder. Get your stuff together for 2020. Let me catch you on the next one. Like,